All right, we are live. Hey, hey.
Live in effect.
Yeah,
Create
yeah.
your future self live. Let's get the shares going, the likes going, watch parties, folks out there. We have a great guest on. All right. There's Miss Michelle Ousley.
Hi, everyone. Let me adjust my camera. Here.
Okay.
No worries, no worries. We're going to get everything adjusted here. Give ourselves a few minutes. That's okay. Give everybody a few minutes. I know we came in just a little bit late, but give everybody a chance to get on their watch parties, everybody to get logged in to where they need to be.
Okay. Where are you streaming from now? Quasha or your Laquita Monley page?
Both. So whichever one
both?
you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I can.
So we can do the watch parties.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Yeah, this one I'm excited about because I know Michelle's going to be talking to us about some online marketing through Facebook, doing these ads, how to bring some leads in from your social media activity. So definitely entrepreneurs out there, we want you to tune in. My name is Victor Vanico Johnson. My company is Nico Don Projects, where we heal your past and build your future. We try to help people get over those credit humps so that they can live the American dream of entrepreneurship, real estate investing, ownership, and we do coach through that as well. And I have my co-hostess here, Laquita Monley.
What's going on, Vic? It is another beautiful Monday, and we are live with Create Your Future Self. I am, like you said, I am Laquita Monley. I am the co-founder of Monley Innovations, a virtual call center company, as well as co-founder of M5 Real Estate Solutions, where we buy houses, Vic. We buy houses. We flip houses. We help people who have different type of housing needs get into the home that they want and deserve, as well as those who have a need to sell their home but can't do it traditionally. Come and see us here at M5 Real Estate Solutions.
There you go.
And today we have my really good friend, Miss Michelle Ousley, the Boss Up Coach. She is joining us today. She is another military spouse. You know, Vic, we have to stick together. But she is.
That's right. And I want to thank you both for your service, because whether you serve or not, you serving if your spouse is serving and you're running your family. So thank you for your service. And I want to recognize you both because it is International Women's Business Month. So both of you are women in business, and we salute you and praise you for the work that you all do. It really, seriously. And all the other women out there that's tuned in, we want to recognize you all today as well. Thank you so much. And my wife, Latasha Johnson, the realtor up here in the DFW area. Want to recognize those women.
We have to, Miss Natasha.
Mm-hmm. Right. So let's introduce, we got Michelle. You are doing Facebook ads. So I saw your website, bossupcoachtraining.com, bossupcoachtraining.com. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, how you got here, and we'll go take it from there.
Okay. Thank you, Victor. I got here by accident, literally. Yeah, you know, as a military spouse, and I'm a mother of 5. They're kind of all grown and stuff now. But I originally was, you know, I've had a brick and mortar business before and, you know, done that thing. And I'm a paralegal by profession and degree. But I was looking for a way to be at home, be more available to them. So I started looking at e-commerce. And so I built my Shopify store, you know, picked the theme, picked some products. And my mentor started talking to me about the Facebook ads. And literally, you know, I love it that I always tell people you never know who you will learn from. So don't block your blessing based on color, age, or any demographic or anything like that. Because my mentor was 18. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just say this: I'm way past 45. I didn't let that stop me from learning from him. So I was a little leery, like most people are at first, like, oh my God, I don't know nothing about advertising. I'm about to give all my money to Facebook. And he just kind of kicked me in my butt. He said, Michelle, do the doggone ads. Just do it. Just do a $5 ad. Just see what happens. And so, I did that $5 ad for one of the products in my e-com store. And the very first day, literally, I wrote down all my stats. Being a paralegal, I like to document everything. So I wrote all my stats down day. But the first day I got my first sale in less than 8 hours. And to hear cha-ching on your phone, scared me and excited me all in one. I was like, what? Oh my God, wait a minute. And so then I raised the budget. I think I went to $10 or $15. I wrote it day in and day out. 5 sales, the next day, 10 sales, 20. So literally that first week, I think I made a little bit under $3,000. Scared me to death, because people think, oh, I'm going to tell you the numbers. I ultimately ran that one ad for 30 days straight, did not cut it off. I put out over time because you don't pay it all up front. Anyway, I ended up spending $8,000, but I made $40,000 in 30 days.
Wow.
So
nice.
When I'm teaching people, I always tell them, if you could stand at an ATM and put $1 in and get $2 back, how long would you stand at that ATM?
All day, baby. All day.
That's what you're doing with Facebook ads. You are, okay, here's what I'm willing to spend. I know my target audience. I'm going to get this return on my investment. And most of the time, it's going to be more than $1. My profit off of that item was $10 for each order. And here's where it got real scary. And I really became an expert based on, as entrepreneurs, we don't shut down. We just, when things happen, we flow and we're flexible and we start implementing, we start learning. We're like, oh, I got to keep this going. So what happened was I did not realize, I was all excited. My highest day was $1,500 in sales. And so I'm looking at the orders and I see 1,700 orders. And I'm telling my husband, oh man, we rocking 1,700 orders. But then I went into each order and realized people were ordering more than one. They were ordering 5 and 10 and 15 and 25. And then I was like, oh my God, we don't have enough. I gotta order some more. It's crazy. It's a crazy ride, but that's what happens. Whether it be a product business or a service business, if you're trained properly, if you know what you're doing and you know how to spend your money, your return on your ad spend is going to give you sales. It's going to give you leads. It's going to do exactly what you set it out to do if you do it right.
Wow. Very impressive.
Absolutely. That's why we have the Boss Up Coach on here today, so that you can teach us and give us some pointers on how to do it right. Because today, being an entrepreneur, the number one, there's a few things you hear about all the time: your why, your marketing, social media. Are you going to boost the ad? Are we going to put money towards an ad? And even myself, when I met you last year at the Texas Black Business Week, I was somewhat familiar with Facebook ads. I ran a few. I, tried my hand at it, and that's what a lot of people do. We try our hand at it. We get some information. Might not necessarily be intentional misinformation, but we don't get the right information, and so we don't experience the level of success with Facebook ads as we could, or even Instagram or Twitter or whatever social media platform you're using. And so then you get those mixed reviews, those mixed messages. Well, you don't really need to put your money over here in Facebook ads, go do this ad or these ads, but don't waste your money on these particular things. When, I've heard both sides of the story. But I also know that Facebook has the most users of any social media platform on the planet right now. So running an ad with them cannot be a bad thing. Right. It has to be knowing how to do it.
Right. Absolutely. So one question I would have out there, because I've done some Facebook ads, but I'm in a unique space because part of my offerings does include credit. And I know that they will block or decline you from running ads when it relates to credit. Any guidance for people that are in that type of space or in other spaces where I think Facebook looks at it as targeting a specific demographic? What would you say to that, Michelle? Any guidance on that?
Yeah. So with that, what I like to tell my clients to do is it's very simple now with all the tools that are available online. I say that you need to create a short, like PDF, a free giveaway item that teaches them something that is in your genre for your whatever you do, credit, real estate, things like that. Like I have a real estate client, I told her make a ebook that says, or a PDF that says, the 7 key steps before you buy a home, or 7 things you need to know before you buy a home. So with running that Facebook ad, you're actually going to send them to secure that free item, and what do they give in exchange for that? Their email address, right? So then you can
Mm-hmm.
go back and you can market to them through email marketing, or then when I teach the Facebook marketing, we start at the foundation, but then you level up. So I'm about to give you a level up tip right here. This is a secret. So what happens is, right, once you have people visiting that landing page on your website, you can go back and you can actually go into Facebook and say, look, I want to capture all the people who clicked on this within the last 180 days. I like to call it a
Mm.
bucket because I put my visitors in different buckets depending on what I'm promoting. And then what you do is you turn around and you do an ad specifically to that bucket. And that's what we as marketers call a retargeting ad, which is going to cost you way less than your first ad that you did, because you're actually targeting new people. With a retargeting ad, you already own this audience, you have that data, and so you're just showing it, and Facebook's not having to do all that working of going out there and finding your ideal customer.
Mm.
Oh,
That does make sense.
that's why
Ooh,
she the
golden
boss of
nugget.
Coach Rick. That's why she the boss of
Yes.
Coach Vic.
Golden nugget right there. Do the
Yeah.
free giveaway of just some basic information, capture the email addresses, retarget those people through what you call the retargeting ads,
Mhm.
and maybe capture all the people that clicked in the last 80 or 80 days or so,
180
like
months,
that.
6 months. Yes, you could do 30 days.
Gotcha.
More fresher leads, you can do 60 days. Is up to you and what your marketing strategy is.
Very nice. All right, folks, tune in. Y'all better check this
Better
out.
check this out.
So she's dropping straight nuggets over here. And so how long have you been doing this? I don't know if I missed that in your intro, but how long have you been doing this?
For 5 years.
5 years.
Yes. And I
What
would say,
changes have you seen over the last 5 years within the ads of Facebook, or doing your ads, or anything major that you've seen change?
a major, here's another golden nugget that I've seen. I'm giving this for free. I'm giving it for free. So when you do your ad copy, or what we like to call our ad creative, you can no longer single out a group. So you can't say, hey, are you a Christian? Or, are you, are you a believer, or something like that? You cannot single out, and you can't use the words you and your. They're going to penalize you for that, and they may not show your ad as widely as they could. And that's something really recent. They changed, I think, within the last 6 months. So you have to dig down a little bit deeper, be a little bit more creative, and like, so I have a Christian store. So one of my ads would say, are you a Christian? Isn't this Jesus bracelet absolutely beautiful? I can't say that anymore. So now I've got to put a spin on it. Oh my goodness, look at this, Christian jury, but they don't want you like really singling out. Now you can still
Right.
advertise it, and I teach that in my course about, if you go through audience insights and you find who those pages are that are your target audience, it can be a Christian page. It can, I target, and I'm gonna say it, yes, I said it, I target TD Jake's page. I target,
Right.
Marvin Sapp. I target, this is where I get my people. That is, I think, let me back that up and say this, that I think a lot of people don't understand. The whole purpose with advertising on Facebook is this: there are millions of pages, business pages, people's companies, communities, things that people love. They, whatever they're wanting, they want to talk about. So what you're doing in essence is you're looking for those pages. Because if we had to do it, manually ourselves, we'd be all day. You don't know how many pages are out there, right? So
Right.
you're going to go in and use audience insights to target down. So I know my audience very well. I know they're believers. I know who the Christians are. I'm not going to go advertise on a Muslim page if I'm a Christian and I'm only
Right.
Christian jewelry. You understand? So it's just that simple. But a lot of people don't understand it because they're like, well, I'm advertising this in news feeds, but who am I advertising to? You're advertising on those pages because Facebook looks at that. If somebody reports your ad as inappropriate, whatever, that means you got the wrong target audience. I'm not going to advertise, I just said it, my Christian bracelet on a Muslim page. They're going to be mad. And Facebook's going to penalize me. So people really need to understand their target, and ad objective when they're getting ready to run ads and do that for, just stay in your lane and stay with your genre and what your business is about.
That not you're talking about a specific demographic there in the Christian community. And I do have a comment here from a pastor here locally in Killeen. She was running some ads for her ministry page, and she stopped running the ads, but she kept getting charged, and the issue was supposed to be taken care of. Eventually that process, saw its way through, but now she's no longer able to run ads. What can she do in order to be able to run ads again from her ministry page?
Okay. So this happens sometimes. What it is because she kind of fought the giant and said, I want my money back. I didn't run all that. So they kind of penalize and say, you can't do that anymore. But what it is, a lot of people need to know. And that's why I say I teach very clearly in my Facebook course. When you stop an ad, there's 3 levels to an ad. There's the campaign level, then there's the ad set level, and then there's the ads level. So it's 3 levels to one ad. And a lot of people turn it off at that top level, the campaign level, but they need to go turn it off down at the ad set level and the ad level. So when they don't do that, it kind of keeps running and they haven't checked it, and then Facebook charges you. So I would say for that pastor, what she needs to try to do is go ahead and create a different business ad account if that's what she had. If she had a personal, then it may be a little bit more stringent, but without going too deep, creating a new pixel also is an alternative in the ads manager she already has, and changing that pixel over to her website now and just making a new account, because things do happen. I love Facebook, but everybody that works there is human. They make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So if it was something unjust, then usually you can just make another ad account, or you can make a new pixel and go from there with a fresh account and just knowing, following the advertising rules with Facebook and everything.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Good deal.
So while we got you, we definitely want to make sure people know to go to bossupcoachtraining.com, bossupcoachtraining.com. If you're out here and you want to use Facebook ads to promote your business, your service, obviously it is beneficial. There's an insane number of people that are on Facebook. So if you target the right folks, you can get a huge audience looking for you or for your product or service out there. Definitely, Michelle's got some tremendous insights. One question that I have is, so I know that Instagram and Facebook are pretty much the same, right? Same owners anyway. So do these rules apply, in your opinion, to Instagram if you're running ads on Instagram?
I'm so glad you asked that. So, yeah, Facebook did acquire Instagram, but a little bit what they're doing is they're still keeping both platforms separate in the way that they work. Okay, you can control your ads for Instagram in Facebook and your Facebook ads, right? So what I always suggest to my clients, especially when you're starting out and you're trying to, because we all know data is king. And so the data is the people who are visiting your site, the actions they take and things like that. So you want to keep your data as clean as possible. So you're not, when you get ready to advertise, you're not going back fumbling through, okay, these are people who were a lead, but this is people who actually went. You want to know that just at a glance. So the best way I tell people, you can control both ad sets in the back of Facebook. But I always advise when starting out, do an ad separate for Facebook and then do an ad separate for Instagram, because your numbers are going to look totally different. Because here's the thing with Instagram, you can't really target down to, I just want this to show in the United States. I just want this to show in Killeen. When you advertise on Instagram, anybody, really can see it, because they're looking more at hashtags and kind of, the different pages. On Facebook, you can target down to the color of their socks. Anyway, I'm just playing. But you can go down to people's birthday. You can target people based on the device they use. You can do some serious targeting. So you want to separate that, because that's the data and that's the information for you. So you don't want it kind of mixed and conglomerated. You're looking at this ad and you're saying, wow, okay, I got 20 clicks, but are they from Instagram? Or are they from Facebook? Because when you want to add more money to it and scale that ad up, how will you know where to put that money at?
Right. That definitely makes sense. Excellent answer. I'm glad you said that. I'm definitely glad you said it, because you do want to be able to segment those out and be able to retarget, as you stated earlier. So
we do have another question in reference to Facebook ads. One of our viewers wants to know, how can you block a specific audience from seeing your ad?
Now, you can't block a specific audience, but you decide who your ad shows to. Well, I take that back. Let me take it back. It's not like blocking. What Facebook likes to call it is, you can exclude. Okay. That's the nice word. Exclude. So you can say, I want this in this audience, but exclude the people who do this. So let's think of an example here. So say maybe I have a cycling store, but I'm a veteran, so I just want to deal with the veterans, right? So I could say, here's this cycling magazine. I want to target that. Here's the top line sunglasses for cycling, right? But I want to exclude people who are not veterans. See how that works? So that exclude is basically, we don't like to use negative connotations, but it lines up with who block, but it's excluding who you don't want your ads to show to. I don't want my ads. I want to show it to people who like cycling, like this brand, a bike for cycling, but I don't want to show it to anybody over 50. See, I'm going to exclude anybody over 50.
So that's I'm glad you said that. And I just, again, I have so many questions on these things, but what if Laquita's a veteran, I'm not a veteran, she sees the ad, if she likes it or comments or something, will I now be able to see it because I'm following her page?
That more so, I think, is based on the privacy of the person's individual page. So if they have it set to friends can see, or just my friends, or if they have their page set to private, that kind of, rule. But usually Facebook, their algorithm is so dynamic. If they don't fall into the rules of what you said you wanted people to see, they won't see it. They won't see it. Because Facebook, you have to understand, they make money from us advertising. So it's a fine line they walk. They don't want to upset us, and they don't want to upset the people on the platform, but they want us to keep spending money. So it has to be effective advertising. We're not going to keep spending if I'm not making money. They're very good at what they do. Okay.
That's a good point.
Great questions. Again, people, if you're just now joining us, this is our weekly episode of Create Your Future Self. We are live every Monday evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time with myself, Laquita Mondley, my co-host, Victor V. Johnson, and our amazing guest this evening, Miss Michelle Ousley, the Boss Up Coach. She's on today giving great information, definitely adding value to our listeners today with giving specific information about how to make your Facebook ads more effective. So those who are currently using Facebook ads and you're a little lost, you want to reach out and you want to connect with Michelle. If you're thinking about using Facebook ads and you're not sure how to get started, you want to reach out and connect with Michelle at www.bossupcoachtraining.com.
Tell us a little bit about your courses, Michelle.
Okay, so this, like I said, fell into it being pushed. My mentor literally, because I did so well, he would bring me on his webinars and have me kind of teaching. And then I was invited to a 10,000 a seat mastermind in New York.
Wow.
Right. And so me and my husband went, and I'm just thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna learn, it's gonna be exciting. And I think it was day 2, they were like, she doesn't know this, but we're gonna call Michelle up to teach Facebook marketing. Because I said, what? Huh? My husband laughed, but I was like, who? I'm being pumped, right?
Wow.
Okay. So and this was like, when I say an international event, like the guys hosting were from Canada and Israel, but there were people there from like all over the world, UK,
Wow.
Paris, it was a lady from Slovenia. I was like, where's that at on the map? Like, pull out the geography. Slovenia.
Nice.
And it was so crazy because I was like, what? And they told me like people were writing in asking, because I would get on the webinars and kind of teach a little bit, and people were saying they were attending because they wanted to meet me, they wanted to talk to me. And so I had never really even thought about teaching this or doing this. So they kind of pushed me to it, because then after teaching, they gave me a flash drive with me teaching on. They're like, now this is your start. So there you go. So I'll tell you some of the feedback I get from my clients and who have taken the course or using the course. They tell me that I am so detailed. There is no reason. You cannot make a mistake. You will make money, because I really go, they bought other courses. And so the people will just kind of glaze over different things and not help you connect the dots. I always say it's like 1,000 puzzle piece, puzzle. You pour it out on the table, and I'm literally saying, okay, take this piece right here. That's this right corner. This the left corner. Put that together. Here's how you do this. So I just break it down to make sure you have a clear understanding. That might have something to do with me having 5 kids, because I know how to explain some things. Okay, so you have understanding. Okay.
Yes.
Smart. I don't want you to miss this. So.
But yeah, I attended one of her courses last year, doing a business conference, and the detail in which she goes through to make sure that you understand what you're doing step by step is absolutely amazing. If you are taking her course or considering taking her course, you won't be disappointed, and you won't feel like you don't know what you're doing. She's going to explain everything to you and make it as simple as possible. And even in some of the sessions she and I've had one-on-one, I'm probably one of the most computer illiterate people she's met. But and some of her one-on-one Zoom sessions where she's helped me to set everything up, because I didn't even know what a Facebook pixel was until I met her. Like, what is that? And why do I need it? No. And just different little things she's helped, even with some of our Instagram and some different little tidbits she's given me to help in that area is absolutely phenomenal. So again, that's one of the primary reasons that I asked her to come on, because whether or not you're in real estate, even with credit, whatever you're trying to do as an entrepreneur, you have to get on. Your marketing dollars have to go out across social media, and you want those marketing dollars to be used efficiently and effectively. And quite frankly, social media marketing gives you a bigger group of people for the least amount of money to get started. So, real life transparency is the average entrepreneur today, or any day, once you got your business up and going, the amount of cash flow you have coming in, and you talk about running an ad to who, to what? I can stand on the street corner with a bullhorn, but I don't have any more money. What are you talking about? But doing social media marketing puts you on a playing field that you wouldn't necessarily be able to get on. Because I remember first time I ran some radio ads, Vic, I paid like $1,500 for 3 days. And that wasn't even prime time slots. And,
right.
And when you said that, Laquita, let me say this. This is why I tell people why you should be doing Facebook marketing. what is one of the key things I teach with Facebook marketing? Within 24 to 48 hours, you can see real-time feed data. You can make an intelligent business decision. Is this a good ad, or do I need to cut this ad? How many people did you get that came in and said, "Oh, I heard you on the radio"? No, I got your billboard. You're not getting no feedback to even know if the ad is effective.
Yeah.
Yellow pages, really? You know what I'm saying? But with Facebook, you get to see it in real time. You can see who clicked. You know, you see if they bought something, if you're selling something, if they put in their information, you got captured that lead. You can see if it's effective. If my ad showed to 100 people and I got 30 clicks, okay, that's a good ad. Let's go on scale. Yeah. Let's go. You understand? Yeah. And you can know that within 24 to 48 hours looking at your numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Okay.
That's pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
What is the average dollar amount a person should start out with? Is it per day that they charge or per click that they're charging?
So okay. I like them to start, if they can, worst case scenario, $5, but I really like $10. And I like people to test like 3 different ad creators. Now, when I say this, here we go with golden nuggets. Here we go. I want you to do 3 different ads with 3 different ad creators. Remember, the ad creative being the picture, the video, the wording above, and all that. But I want you to have 1 target group per ad, because you want to, once again, have your data segmented, and you want to see which creative is, you know what I'm saying? You won't have to sit up here and do 1 creative, run an ad, and it's not working on. Now I got to go to the drawing board. Go ahead and do the work up front. Do 3 different ads, pick 3 different audiences, and run those ads. And about maybe 72 hours, 48 to 72 hours, start looking at the data and see, okay, if I get 1 click and it showed to 50 people, I'm going to quickly cut that ad. So that's why I'd say people really shouldn't lose their shirt, because you control everything. You can even download the app on your phone. You could be out having dinner. Oh, let me check this ad. Okay, that ain't running good. You can see analytics all on the app. Let me turn that off. Okay, let me scale this one up. There was some more money at that. You see what I'm saying? No, there's no excuse in this day and age.
So not to go too deep into your nuggets here, because I want people to come and support you. I mean, because I'm on your website. I mean, you running a sale now for $47 for this. I mean, this is, you'll get that money back in whatever the first product that person will buy. Yes. So they need to go for sure to bossupcoachtraining.com. But I want to just kind of ask you a follow-up question too. You said 3 different ads to 3 different audiences. So wouldn't that kind of be like 9 different ads that you're running? Because if I do 3 different ads and I'm trying it on 3 different audiences, seems like, maybe that was the right audience, but the wrong ad, vice versa,
remember, you're going to make 3 different creatives. So when I say 3 different creatives, they don't have to be a lot off. You're just tweaking a little bit. So say you made this video advertising your service. Great. Keep that same video. But at the top where the writing is, maybe change up the language a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? 3 different ad creatives. And when you're in the manager, Facebook manager, 3 different target audience. So maybe one of your target audience is going to be, let's talk about for you with credit. Let me think here. I wish I could pull up audience insights and just do some stuff. But
I got you.
Let's talk about, you could advertise to home buyers.
Say home buyers. Yeah, I was gonna say home buyers, small business owner, maybe. Yeah.
You could advertise to someone who is trying to start a business, because they may be trying to go get a business. You could advertise to maybe someone
trying to buy a car.
Trying to buy a car. That's exactly what I was gonna say. So those are your 3 different audiences.
Okay.
It's the same kind of ad creative with just a little tweak, and you're trying to see which audience is going to be really, and then you'll start targeting down more. So when I'm teaching in person or on virtually, like I tell people, I teach you how to target, vertically first, like up and down, like straight at you. So my immediate target with my Christian store, I'm targeting pastors, TD Jakes, Joe Osteen, Joyce Myers. Okay. But then I teach you to think linear. Okay. So horizontally. So with my store, when I start thinking horizontally, I'm thinking gospel singers, Marvin Sapp. I'm thinking what gospel magazines are out there. I'm thinking what gospel TV stations or radio station, and then you start advertising to those pages. So that's where your targeting gets to start expanding. But first, you want to get some foundation in your basics, just with 3 of the target audiences that you think you can get some traction from.
The boss up coach, Vic. The boss up coach.
She killing it. I'm
The
telling
boss
you.
up coach, Vic. The boss up coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are all amazing nuggets. That's like, there's a reason she calls them golden nuggets, right? These are things that you're not going to get every day. I mean, you might get it out of a lot of research and a lot of money spent and a lot of time spent, where we talk about it all of the time, week after week, having the right people on your power team, because those people are the experts in their field, and gleaning from those individuals and partnering with those individuals so that we can become the best version of ourselves that we want to be as entrepreneurs and coaches. And we can't do it without there's no need to have a product or a service if nobody knows you have a product or a service.
Right. It's true.
And
social media is king right now. Like you said, nobody really listening to the radio for ads like that. I mean, yeah, they are, but that cost is just insanely through the roof. And that's just to play the ad between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Let's known, prime time traffic time hours. And it's even worse for television.
Yeah.
I remember a lady I talked to last year that was doing some stuff on just a local channel, that you wouldn't even pick up if you were outside of the Dallas area, not a cable channel, not a Fox or any of those big channels. And, those numbers were $5,000-$6,000 to get, an interview on there and to do some ads and stuff. So take advantage of this, entrepreneurs. This is where you're at, your customers are at, and it's a cost effective way of marketing to people. So I love that. Let
me say this. Let me chime in and say this, because I have paid a lot of money to learn what I know. You know what I'm saying? So, I do charge for my course, but I try to keep it at a level because I know I'm trying to reach a certain level of person that is maybe trying to make it. They can't give up $997 for a course. They can't give up $1,900 for a course, $2,000. But I'm trying to give you some of the foundation, because not to speak against anybody's course, but what I find a lot is they teach you the mechanics. I teach you the mechanics, but I also teach you the reasoning behind, so you can start thinking outside the box. Tell me all the time I color outside the lines, because that's, in this competitive day of marketing, that's what we have to do. We cannot you learn the mechanics, yes, the step A, step B, step C, but you have to pull on your creativity. And we as a people are innovative, creative. I'm gonna need you to put that spin on it, that flair, because that's who we are. So I'm not just teaching the mechanics. I'm teaching you to think outside the box. Okay, so that worked, but let me go and put this little, how we do when we cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might follow recipe, but I'm still gonna go in and I'm gonna throw a little bit of my extra little spices. We don't even measure. We just like, let's try this and see, and we'll know about that's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I'm on a watch party over here. We have someone who asked, and again, I know you sell these courses, but hey, I'm gonna ask the question. He says, who would I target if I'm selling lingerie or clothing?
Okay. So, clothing. Here's my thing with the clothing. And whether it be lingerie or whatever, this is all I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, and I teach you this, to start targeting down what type of clothing. Are you selling athletic wear? Are you selling nightgowns, prom dresses? That's right there is going to help you start targeting down. Are you selling kind of millennial clothing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? If I had to say something for the lingerie, okay, what about maybe then some of the sites that talk about marriage 101 or Spice Backup? I'm sure there are pages out there that people are promoting, like This is what you need to do to keep your marriage together. This is what you need to do if you're looking for that special song. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to begin to think, start foundationally, and then start thinking outside the box. So, but with clothing, very much so, you have to dwell down. What am I selling? If I'm selling, toddler clothes and baby clothes, then why am I going to advertise to people who are just adult? I can really dwell down. I can go find some pages that are like preschoolers, new moms. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you start targeting down. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to know, what is your product? What are you trying to sell?
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Yep. I shared your comment to the person who asked the question.
I know people think so broad, and that's like I have helped them, and I have a worksheet where I kind of help them bring it in and start writing it down so that you start getting more targeted, and you're not just out there flaying in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like this, and I'm not even a fisherman, but I know I have a friend of mine that has a fishing e-com store, so he sells lures, right? And among other things. Okay, but I never knew this till he really broke it down to me. I'm like, what? He said, okay, but I only sell the lures to the people who are trying to catch trout, because there's a special kind of lure to catch trout. Okay, and I sell to the people who are trying to catch this flounder, because special kind of lure. Right. See what I'm saying? So you're really not advertising to everybody who love fishing. You're trying to find people who that like going fishing for trout, or based on, and then once you find out, oh, that's people who are up in Seattle or up in Pennsylvania, then you can target market just to that Pennsylvania state. And see what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Break it down.
Could you please, for a minute, for those of us who, again, those that have just joined, and those who may not be as familiar with some of the terminology as we are, can you really define for the audience really quickly, what do you mean by targeting?
Okay. So targeting is basically, when we talk about, when you put a billboard up, if you pay to put a billboard up, or you pay to do a radio ad, everybody's listening. Whoever happens to turn on the station, whoever happens to drive by on the highway is going to see that ad. What you are afforded the ability to do with Facebook marketing is, because Facebook marketing is social, we create our personal pages, but then people create we call them business pages, but it could be a page just as a community page where new moms want to get together. It could be a page about people who love terriers or pit bulls or whatever. So it's all these pages on Facebook in different target niches. So be it rave parties, I like pit bulls, I love terriers, I love miniature pigs. I don't know what you're gonna sell to them, but anyway, that's what I'm saying. That's what you're doing in effect. When you're looking for your target audience and to show your ad, you're looking for those key pages that you can show your ad in the news feed to, of those people who match up with what you're trying to sell, whether it be a service or a product.
So
a good analogy would be like in the TVs, if you're at home during the daytime at 2:00, you're going to see TV commercials for, did you just get hit by a truck? Well, we're going to fix you because you're on disability. They're targeting you because they think you are at home because you don't got a job.
Right.
So, another thing that I'd like to ask you one day, for those who are trying to do this on their own, and inevitably, I know you've heard it like 1,000 times when you get a client or a potential client sitting in front of you, but I want to target everybody. I'm going to put this right here, and I want you to just send it everywhere. Why is that a very bad idea?
So I'm going to say this. I love this analogy. So if you have money like that, so that's you getting in the car with your sack of money that you just got from the bank, and you go down the highway and you just start throwing that money out. Please let me know when you do that, because I want to be behind you to get it.
Yeah, me too.
I need to be behind you to get it. So why that's not good is in every genre, every niche. Everybody is not your customer. Everybody is not your customer. Now, what happens is, that's why it's very important to target down to, what does your ideal client look like? What do they do? How old are they? I have actually 2 stores. So I have a general store, and then I have the Christian store. I will tell you right now, my demographic is 50 and older for the Christian store. But for that general store, Oh, millennium, 25, 35, like bam. So that's two different, and you're going to create your ads differently because of who you're speaking to.
Right.
You understand? It's very important that everyone is not your customer. That is a recipe for failure. Everybody is not your customer. Because guess what? If restaurants are like that, I might not be a person that likes Chinese. So they can't think that everybody's a customer. I might not be a person that likes Italian food. You understand? Yep. Who is your ideal customer? Because you start with that foundation, and then the rest will happen. I like to say, simultaneously, because people will begin to share, word of mouth, referral, things will happen, and then you'll start getting other demographics and people within, what I'm saying, your market, your target market.
Your target market. Awesome. And those are some things that you're able to help your client come up with. So if they're saying, okay, well, I don't know how to do that, Michelle. So that's something that you can, have exercises to work with them through the process to help them figure out, okay, well, who is my target market or
I teach that in my course, and this is on there. It's I think it's up there. It's the Kickstart Facebook marketing course, but the link you're given, the Boss Up Coach training.com, and it's just /FB course, because that's the Facebook course actually for it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Good stuff. So this show is called Create Your Future Self. And we need to know, Michelle, what does your future self look like in the next year, 2 years, 5 years? What do you expect yourself, your business to look like?
Well, you know what? I'm glad you asked that, Vic, because I am absolutely excited, because I'm telling y'all, I was kind of kicked into this. I never thought, I was like, But what's starting to happen is, once again, it's just like that synergy. I already love being able to work from home, make my own schedule, so I can be there for the basketball games. I can do what I want to do. So now what's happening is I'm leveling up, where some of the bigger names are knowing me, and I'm getting speaking engagement. I'm teaching, I'm going to level up my course. I've learned and I've grown in my business because I had to gain back some of my time. I know everybody wants to sit with me one-on-one, and I understand that, but I had to put in some systems in place to do like group coaching, to release myself, to be able to still control my time. You understand? Right. Because everybody's learning curve with this is different. So, some things I was like, okay, so I don't have to keep repeating myself. Let me create this course where I go over it. That way they can move through it in their time frame, in their leisure, and how they can work it in. And then when they're ready, they can come on and go to the next level. You understand?
Very good. Very good. Well, if we can be of any assistance in our network and getting your word out there, because there's plenty of entrepreneurs floating around me, I can tell you that much. So I'll be definitely recommending you for your services. You know your stuff. You are definitely at mastery level, I would say, when it comes to Facebook ads. So definitely appreciate you coming on here and sharing your information with us. Absolutely.
Yes. And I am from Dallas originally. So,
Hey, Big D. Nice. Yeah. Let me know when you come up this way, as I already know my wife want to talk to you about helping her with her real estate business.
Yeah, all my family is still up there. So yes, I do come visit. Mm-hmm.
Okay, very nice. Yep. Well, definitely we're glad to have you on today. We are here every week, Facebook, on all the social medias we post. Well, all but LinkedIn. They still ain't got back to us yet.
They still got us in LinkedIn jail.
LinkedIn jail, but we stream here live Mondays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Today we had Michelle on to talk about Facebook ads and how to she's dropped some golden nuggets that she normally would charge you for, but she done gave y'all some nuggets that you can go back and listen to and watch on YouTube to help boost your business, get your sales up. If you have an online store, whatever it is that you're selling, you want the Facebook community to tap into. This has been a tremendous last 45 minutes that we learned some great information, and we appreciate you coming on and sharing with our audience today.
Absolutely.
And Michelle, let them know I'm on Facebook too, the Boss Up Coach. You can find my Facebook page.
Yeah, go ahead and give us all of the content, all of the different ways that the people can contact you.
Oh, yes. So my website, the Boss Up Coach Training, And then we have Boss Up Coach on Instagram, and the Boss Up Coach on Facebook is my page.
A Boss Up Coach on
Okay.
Instagram.
Mhm.
And what is on Facebook?
The Boss Up Coach.
The Boss Up Coach. All right, all right, all right. I'm connecting with you now. Don't act like you don't know me. I'm about to send you a friend request.
All right.
Nice. I like that. Okay. Just
Yeah.
like your page. Good stuff. I like it.
It would amaze people. I still roll in some e-com circles, and these people are millionaires, and I get to see what they're doing, and it is absolutely amazing. You got to put that money in, but I swear that return on the ad spend investment, man, they can run the gamut. They do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, this is good stuff here. I'm hoping folks will definitely reach out to you and definitely get some of this coaching. It's super affordable. That $47 sale you running right now, they're going to get that within 24 hours of them running the ad the way that you teach them to run the ad so that they can get those targeted responses on there. That is tremendous info. We thank you again for being on here today. Laquita Monley, you want to just wrap up? Tell them what we got. Tell them about yourself one more time.
Well, you know what, Vic? I think I'm gonna wrap it up this evening because everybody know who I am, unless you knew. You know, if you knew, I'm Laquita Monley. I am the co-founder of Monley Innovations, as well as co-founder of M5 Real Estate Solutions, where we buy houses. Monley Innovations is a virtual call center where we help you become self-employed by answering inbound customer service calls for some of the nation's leading companies right from your own home. But it's not about me. It's about the Boss Up Coach, Miss Michelle Ousley. And what I'd like you to do, Michelle, give us three things that, three top reasons why people want to use Facebook ads effectively. And again, reiterate how they can connect with you.
Okay. So one, you really want to use, the reason I really push people toward Facebook marketing at first is because it is a platform. Once you learn Facebook marketing, then you can advertise with Pinterest, Instagram. It's and Facebook, let me say this, is so helpful. I know people don't like reading is fundamental, but they do have, once you kind of start, they see you're serious, you're advertising, they'll give you an ads manager that you can touch bases with so you can get real-time assistance and know what's going on. I believe that at this point, it is the best platform for when you're trying to get foundational in your targeting, because they offer such an array of how you can target down. Like I said, I gave examples, but I'm gonna give another one. Suppose someone is doing custom t-shirts, and the t-shirt is, oh, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm born in whatever month that is, right? You can literally go in and target people who have birthdays in the month of whatever Sagittarius.
I think that's December, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, that's like, this easy sells. Like, I got this. All you gotta do is make a good ad creative. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you can start at $5 a day like if you got $50 to go out and eat, then you can put $50 toward your ad. $5.
Come on now. Let's go.
Come on. Real about it. Okay.
Yep.
All right, because we waste $50. Okay.
You get them tax returns in.
Right.
Now.
Mm-hmm.
We can get real good average going.
Right.
If you're a new entrepreneur and you're just getting started and you want people to know that you are who you are and you provide what you provide, connect with the Boss Up Coach, Ms. Michelle Ousley. She'll get you going the right way.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Powerful stuff. And one more last time, we got you at the Boss Up Coach on Facebook. We got you on at Boss Up Coach on Instagram. And then, of course, the website is bossupcoachtraining.com, so they can see your courses that you have for sale. Is that correct?
Yes. And get on over there now, because it's on sale. I think I have it for 2 or 3 days, because it's normally $97.
Yeah. So like she said, y'all got them tax returns coming in, man. You better put some investment into yourself and definitely put into your business, because I'm telling you, if you don't do it now, you could be looking at higher prices later. Who knows? Facebook stuff changes all the time. So who knows, how that whole marketing will go for Facebook. And I will say, since it is tax time too, if you need help, please invest in yourself to get your credit straight if that is hindering you from getting to OPM. What's OPM? Other people's money. And I just met with 2 bankers today, and they want people to have that 640 FICO score, and they will give you hundreds of thousands of dollars for your business. So if you're 20, 30, 60, 80 credit scores away from getting to that type of score, talk to me. We got a 90-day program. I'll help you out. It's not as, the return on your investment is tremendously greater than paying 18 months, $99 a month of subscription. We got a flat program, but reach out to me. I have so many entrepreneurs that they got these great ideas, great offerings to the world, but they're hindered because they can't scale their business because they can't get the money that they need to really put the staff together, put marketing together, invest in products and merchandise. And so do not hinder yourself. You got a few dollars in your pocket now, invest to get your credit where it needs to be. If you have questions, you don't even need to sign up. Just reach out to me. I want to help people get where they're trying to go with their credit. Invest in your marketing. And then if you do have money coming in, right, and it's flowing, get with Laquita or myself on that real estate side, because you're not building wealth unless you own something. Yeah. Start owning businesses, start owning real estate. That's how you get to the wealth. You see the stock market. I'm not even saying nothing else right now. Yeah. They got y'all freaked out with all this corona.
Keys to David.
Like, guess what?
Historical drops.
But marketing, they still buying. They still buying.
You see?
Even,
exactly.
They still buying. Okay.
They still buying. Yeah. They still buying. So anyway, that's all I got this week. We're super thankful for you coming on, Michelle. And folks, if you register on our link that's in, I think we put out that link in there, our Eventbrite link for Create Your Future Self Live. We will be able to show you all the previous broadcasts, which does include this week's episode. By tomorrow, it'll be out there. So make sure you register, and you'll also get notifications about upcoming guests that are coming on our episodes. And that's all I got.
All right. Well, thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
This has been another great episode of Create Your Future Self Live, and we will be back next week, same time, Monday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll have another amazing guest coming on that's going to drop some tremendous value to our audience. So for those who are coming on all the time, thank you for tuning in. If you're new, thank you again still for tuning in. And we look forward to seeing everybody next week, Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Peace.
Peace.